Take two. As we heard in the first take, we become very selfish. We want the church to be about me. Well, me, myself, and I. And we begin to take a look at our means and the people around us. And we begin to use them in a way that it benefits ourselves. But something amazing happens, just like it did in that story of Zacchaeus. Even though Jesus was just passing through, Jesus showed up on the doorstep. And when Jesus shows up on the doorstep, you got to take a notice of what happens. Because as we see in the story of Zacchaeus, it's God's deep, abiding, tenacious desire that He develops a relationship with each and every person. Not only those who are already in the midst, but especially for those that He wants to draw in among Himself. And He does it through Jesus Christ. As it says there, as it says in Luke 19, Jesus seeks and saves the lost. Jesus seeks and saves the wandering. Jesus seeks and saves the ones who have gone off the path. And that includes me and you at times. Jesus does that because Jesus seeks and sees a person of promise. Just as He did with Zacchaeus and calls him a child of Abraham. That's what you and I are. But even more importantly, we're a child, you and I are children of the Heavenly Father. And so as Jesus seeks and sees a child of promise, He also seeks and sees a child with promise. And He accomplishes that through His own presence in our lives and in our gatherings, those places that we call church. And it's His presence that comes to us through word and sacrament. And it's His presence where our sins are forgiven. It's His presence where faith is granted to us. And it's through His presence that gifts are given for us to do the mission and the ministry of that thing called church. And so whether we gather together in this house, whether we gather together in a place for Bible study, whether we gather together in somebody's own house or in your neighborhoods, the words of Jesus ring true for us today, as it did for Zacchaeus. Today, salvation has come to this house. And it comes through Jesus' presence and the revelation of Jesus Christ in word and sacrament. And this revelation of Jesus Christ has revolutionary implications. Because it's through His presence, through Jesus showing up on our doorstep, where lives are aroused and filled with the truth of who He is and what He has done for us. It's a faith that is present in your heart and my heart. But it's also a faith that is proclaimed out in the public, whether it be in a sanctuary, a church, or in the community. And as that faith is proclaimed in public, it becomes expressed in an overflow of generosity, because God has given so much to us. Now as it pours into us, it overflows and flows out of us with a generosity that has been given to us. And just like it did for Zacchaeus, it was put into practice right away, immediately. That's because salvation has come to this house. Indeed, Jesus is in the house, and this house is rocking. Now that's take two.